Hi there. It's me, Game of Terror here. I'm recapping Vampirina Teenage Vampire Season 1, Episode 11, First Vampire Friend. First Vampire Friend. Elijah asks Sophie if his new lab partner was ready to get the chemistry class. First, she felt exhausted, but V tells her that this Saturday is their eternal slumber party. And then V's bat ears show up, and she explains that her powers lately have been fritzing, and that she probably just needs to exercise them. That night, Demi catches B in bat form, flying after curfew. The Dean hears them talking as V desperately tries to go bat mode. She does and scares the Dean, and then turns back into her regular form and falls down. Unknown to V, she lost the fang. In the morning, she realizes she lost the fang. Apparently, if someone steps on V's fang and gets cut, they'll become a vampire themselves. Brittany is giving away costume jewelry when she drops one and picked it up. V's tooth. Including V's tooth. In chemistry class, Elijah and Sophie are in class. Sophie and Elijah asks Sophie if she likes to mix the chemicals. She explains that she doesn't mix chemicals ever since the incident. She doesn't want to talk about it, but she does explain. She mixed the raw chemicals together and it exploded, and she lost a good eyebrow. Lunchtime, V and Sophie see Brittany with V's lost fang. Her powers are still fritzing. She tries old school way of fighting over the shark tooth friendship necklace. When the Dean shows up and gives them both Saturday detention, they're in detention. Brittany hates the fact that she's wasting her Saturday at school and at school. V notes that it's boarding school, so they spend every Saturday here. And Brittany says, "You know what? You don't know my wife." She begins to feel cold and tired. V offers her jacket. Demi shows up wanting to brag to Brittany and that she's in detention. Then the unthinkable happens. Brittany has fanged out. They don't see her sleeping on the chair. That's because she's sleeping upside down like a bat. Demi remembers the answer in Elijah's book, and Brittany must take it before sundown, or else she stays a vampire forever. V wants to try and get Brittany down without her realizing she's upside down. Unfortunately, she wakes up and screaming why she's upside down. Brittany believes she has superpowers. Demi brings Elijah's book to him and Sophie and tells them that they need to get the antidote to Brittany before sundown with Brittany and V. Back with Brittany and V, Brittany is wondering what freaky fang filter this is. V admits that the shark tooth came from her mouth and reveals to her that she's a vampire, and Brittany is upset but V tells her that an antidote is coming. She turns bat and is caught by the Dean. Demi shows up holding one of the ingredients to the antidote, and V and Demi hide so the Dean doesn't see them. Demi tries the door. Unfortunately, it's locked. V plans to search for the key, but Brittany is scared, so V has Demi look for the key. Eliza tells Sophie that the final ingredient is what's harmful to all supernatural creatures and Van Helsings. Demi shows up with the ingredient he was heading to get. Elijah tells Sophie that she'll have to do the mixing since this is so dangerous for mix with what his mom calls no nuggets. The compound breaks and down goes Elijah. Back with Brittany. That could end with Brittany. She's tired of being a bat. V gets Brittany to turn back into human form. They have a heart-to-heart talk. Demi shows up and tells V that he can't find the key, and he points out that to them that Brittany is no longer a bat. She can open get out by opening the door from the inside. Brittany asks V how she stands being a vampire. She explains it's not all bad and shows her the fun of being a vampire together. In a montage, back with Elijah and Sophie, the potion is all ready. All that's left is for Sophie to mix. She drains out the voices in her head, saying she can't do this with music. She does it. V and Brittany return from Paris, and the old man in detention is still fast asleep. Still. And Elijah and Sophie show up. They have the antidote, and they reveal that once Brittany takes the antidote, she won't remember anything from when she was a vampire. But V says she'll remember everything. Later on, V calls her mom and dad. She must see a vampire specialist doctor over her fritzing. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe. Help reach 1,000+ subscribers. Watch videos like this one fully. Helps increase the watch hours of 4,000+. And please be sure to send donations on the Patreon page, starting at $2 a month, monthly, or the Ko-Fi page, where you can send one-time donations. Have a blessed day. See you next Broody Visit. Bye for now. Bye!